used and abused for a long fucking time. And it feels super weird that men are now having to be held accountable.
Yeah, nature.
Ready for that. But I'm just saying, you're not going to get away. You don't get away with it anymore. So, like, this advice is as much for the men, you know, it's for the men to protect themselves and to protect the women. I'm saying you got to meet someone, get to know them a little bit, make sure that you're both sober and that you've got enthusiastic consent. Because it's just not worth it. I don't think a lot of these guys and then you've got enthusiastic consent want to be hurt. Because it's just not worth it. I don't think a lot of these guys and then you've got enthusiastic consent want to be hurt. Because it's just not worth it. I don't think how they acted. I don't know though. Maybe I'm assuming too much. I don't know, right? I don't know how these people feel, what they think about. But I do know that there were a lot of victims of women who are in the wake of these famous men.
Fuck.
Being traumatized, being abused, having lots of regret, being coerced. So what do we do about it? I mean, if you're a famous man coming up, you can't do it. I mean, it's too risky. I think the dynamic of you being famous and powerful and then being a fan and knowing who you are, it's too powerful of a combination. So, like, you can't exploit that. It's just, it sucks, right? It sucks because you can't go out there and be a rascal, fuck everyone, you know what I mean? But, which is, like, apparently the dream of men. That's why they become famous. I know that. I mean, I know that there's, like, dudes out there, but I find that odd. They, like, become famous just for that. It's just like, okay, bro, that's really it. That's all that there is to life. But yeah, you're not getting away with it. Take them out to dinner. Get to know them a little bit. And then you got guys who travel around, right? Who go city to city. I don't know, man. Jerk off. I don't know. You know, just beat off, bro. Get some hotel food. I know it's expensive, but you're rich. Hell, you can get a prostitute. Well, I think that's fine, right? You know, at least you know what's going on there when you hire a prostitute. I don't know what the solution is, but what's happening right now is not working. It is not working. So I don't know if this was a crazy tweet. Is this a crazy thought or a sane thought? What do you guys think? Because I'm getting sick of seeing this happen. I'm getting sick of seeing people that I did respect have their lives and careers ruined because they couldn't keep from being pervs. And I'm sick of seeing young women who are being traumatized because they're being coerced into doing things they don't want to do. What the fuck is going on, dude? Somebody's got to figure this shit out. But it's not, shit has changed. It's different now. You can't go out there and just fuck everybody. I think they need to realize, like, what a powerful
Must be a way around.
thing.
Like your optimism.
Like, you have to respect the power and the emotional connection that happens here and how violent some of them feel who, like, offer to put up their body in that sense, only to be kind of, like, discarded or there needs to be some understanding of that. And I'm not being wrong, right? Like, I'm cool with casual sex. I'm not animal, right?
Watch it! Watch it!
get out of here?
Of people who are highly trained martial artists. They know that. And in a way, again, I don't know if this is a stupid analogy, but it's kind of the same thing, right? If you're famous and powerful and you go out, you have this edge. You have this magneticism. You know, people are going to be more pulled to you, especially fans. And so in the same way, you've got to be careful with what you've got there. Does that make sense? What do y'all think? Is it crazy? I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't fucking know. But I do know this is one shot, one take. I'm going to upload it to my channel. And if y'all got a problem with it, please don't unsubscribe. Because I cherish and need every single one of you. I'm sorry. If I said something wrong, I'm sorry. I love you. Please don't hate me. I didn't do anything wrong. Okay? I wash my hands. I exalt myself. Thank you. See you guys in Vatican City.
Before we get into the video, I'd like to thank the sponsor for this video, Private Internet Access VPN. Besides hiding your IP address and encrypting your internet connection, it is also the world's most transparent VPN provider, and just one private internet access subscription to protect
How do we get out of here? This way. One sec. There. What the hell happened here? This is a train crash. Thanks, Sherlock. Jesus. I wonder how long they kept these running past Outbreak Day. I see some light up there. Up we go then. This looks like the way up. Getting closer to light. Which means we're getting closer to getting the hell out of here. Maybe we can get up there. Okay. Okay. That's right. We're almost out. Hold on. Ellie, your mask. Here, we can share
Never mind.
No! Don't take it! Stop! Ellie, stop! What? No! Ellie, no!
Stop! I'm not infected. I'm immune. I'm not coughing, do you see? Fuck. Dina. Shit. Can you run?
Yeah. Yes.
Let's fucking go! Go!
Motherfucker!
Run, Dina!
Ellie!
Right here! Don't slow down!
This way! Hurry! Fuck! Go right! Come on!
Dina! Hey. What did you say we rest in that theater? That sounds so fucking good. Almost there. I got you. Here. Got it.
At least the theater's empty.
You want to tell me what's going on with you? What's going on with me? Ellie, I just saw you with spores. Okay. You're immune? Come on. I was bitten a long time ago. The fuck are you talking about? I was bitten and nothing happened. A chemical thing. Maria and Tommy. Joel are the only ones who know. Now you know. Get you infected if that's what you're worried about. Can't make you immune either. Say something. Ellie. I think I'm pregnant.
Oh shit.
What are we supposed to do now? Nothing. I just need to rest for a second. How long have you known? It was late a few weeks ago. A few weeks? We could have still turned back. I didn't know. I wasn't sure, okay? I didn't want to be a burden. Well, you're a burden now, aren't you? Make sure this place is secured. You just rest.
You gotta heal up.
Fucking pregnant. How could you keep something like that? Okay. This one's old. Still, better be careful. Guess you weren't much of an electrician. Got it.
this? All right.
Okay.
Wow. Joel. I love watching a movie in this place. Spooky. No way. Oh, I suck.
Just need to build a big character. All right, come on.
Is this?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I'm gonna start guessing.
You want to spoil this pie or
No. Is it a dinosaur?
stop trying to guess. I ain't telling you.
Alright. Is it an elephant? Is it a convertible?
We're walking. Let's talk. Mind your step.
I got it.
Oops. see your face right now.
What if I drown?
You're not gonna drown. You gotta work on that confidence, kiddo.
Yeah, keep laughing, old man. See what happens.
This way.
Worse.
Your swimming's getting better. Remember now, don't just flail about. You
Push
gotta...
the water with whole arm. Blah, blah, blah.
Glad to know I'm getting through.
Let's see. Looks like... How's that feel?
Refreshing.
Yeah, it's not nice getting pushed in, is it?
Well, actually, we need to swim through this part anyway.
I got you back. You're angry and upset.
I am very angry and upset. Now, come on.
Ugh.
You want me to dive under here? Take a deep breath.
Yeah, I got this. Is it my 6th grade history teacher wanting to apologize for being a massive dick?
I beg your pardon?
My friend and I would argue whenever he called the Fireflies terrorists. We got a lot of detention.
You know, you really need to stop letting you
It's hard when they're dicks.
Point still stands. Got another dive over here.
Where are you taking me? Is it a new pair of sneakers?
How many more do you have?
Not enough.
Here.
Okay. Fuck it. I'm done guessing.
Oh, good.
But, like, is it a massive comic book collection? No, wait. A new DVD collection?
Yes.
Does it... Which one?
Just... yes.
How about laser discs? I heard that's a thing. Holy shit, Joel.
We're here.
Oh my god, it is a dinosaur!
And it is.
Joel!
Surprise.
Holy shit. Oh, it's a motherfucking dinosaur! King of the Tyrant Lizards. That's a big one. Wyoming Museum of Science and History. How'd you find this place?
Maria. She told me about it. Figured it'd be right up your alley.
Figured right. What's this?
It's a book?
It's a dinosaur book.
Okay.
Alright. sorry, the dinosaurs are busy right now.
What are you doing?
Oh, wait, one of the dinosaurs is here. Joel, it's for you.
Very funny.
It's pretty funny. Did you get it? It's because you're old.
Oh, I get it.
Okay. Dimetrodon was an apex predator.
It's an apex predator.
The most badass predator.
Pretty short for that.
Wait, were you talking about me? Oh, this one looks like a bird.
Well, actually, paleontologists believe the birds are descendants from dinosaurs.
Hell. Excuse me, Mr. Professor.
I happen to know a thing or two.
Did you go to museums a lot?
Yeah, Sarah. I swear those girls drag me to every damn museum in Texas.
Did you know this was here?
We can head back.
Oh, shut up. Oh. Hey, Joel, can you name all the planets?
My very educated mother just served us nice pizzas.
Did you just have a stroke?
My very mother.
Oh, I get it. That's pretty cool. Fuck yeah.
Where's the steering wheel?
Rovers don't use steering wheels. They use joysticks.
Hang on. Where's the real one?
Considering they left the real ones on the moon, I'd say no. What's this way?
I can't make it yet. Still a lot of stuff to explore.
Oh, shit. Okay.
now, hold on just a minute. We're going into space. You're gonna need a helmet.
Oh, right. What was I thinking? So cool.
How's it smelling?
Like space. And dust.
After you. Watch out.
What the heck?
Okay.
Wow.
Gee, look at all these buttons.
Man. Could you imagine just...
Happy birthday, kiddo. This was a thing that took a mighty effort to find. Take it. Close your eyes. That'll be with you.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you kidding me?
You're welcome, kiddo. What do you say we keep looking around, huh?
Yeah, I guess.
Hey. Welcome to Earth.
more museum stuff over there.
Yeah, I never checked out that building.
Well, let's go.
And just how do you plan on getting yourself looking? You ever give anyone else this much grief?
Get down here.
No!
Hey, whose birthday is it?
You can't keep doing that.
I want a good splash. We've got more exploring to do.
Geronimo!
Nice. Hey, who's being there?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll open the door for you. Come on, we can't chicken out now.
All right. Go. There.
Okay, bad news. There's shit blocking the door.
Well, see if you can find me another way in. I'll walk around the outside.
Okay, be safe.
You be safe.
There are dinosaurs around. This guy needed a hug. It's dark in here. Shit. Come on, fucker. Stupid big animals. Shit. I'm in here.
How was it?
It's just an animal.
Let's get a move on. a fire going from it's too dark.
Go see what's up.
How hot day is it right now? Pretty hot. How'd you fix it?
It was a loose connection. Antenna. They found our mess at the school.
Good.
This guy, Owen, he went AWOL. This guy, Owen.
Can you tell me about him?
Maybe.
What about her?
Nothing. Maybe.
What about her?
So, the numbers are locations. The TV station we were at, that's 6. There's a lot of chatter coming out of 2, so I'm assuming that's their home base. Snipers.
All available units report. Over. This is Site 13. Unit being on your advice. How many stars you got? Over. Negative on stars. Lone male trespasser. Armed.
Lone male
Over.
trespasser. Tommy.
Where's 14?
Not 100% sure.
Okay, I can guess.
If this is 7, 12's all the way over here. I guess it's somewhere in this neighborhood.
Crest. Okay.
Tina? Yeah. Not good. Hey, not good.
I'll go get him. You keep tracking him, okay?
Yeah. Wait. Give me your hand. It's for good luck. I don't believe it. I do.
That was hot.
Okay, Crest. Is this the right place? Definitely the right place. It's gotta be Tommy.
There we go. Rules must be followed. All Wolf Soldier instructions must be fucking followed. Fedora collaborators will be executed. Permissions required for leaving assigned zone. Interesting. A barbershop? It's back here. What's in here?
Hold on, Tommy.
The wolves were supposed to make things better. The military hoarded all the resources, controlled what we said, told us what job to do, and so far the wolves are doing the same exact thing. And now they're talking about moving everyone to the stadium. What? I grew up in this town. I survived the outbreak in this town. I'm not moving to some refugee camp where some asshole tells me when I can or can't wipe my own ass. This is my home. We need a plan. We can't settle for the same thing. Fuck.
I got something. Get in there. You think this guy's connected to the girl from the school?
That'd be a hell of a coincidence if there weren't.
I hate these small groups. Big groups, it's a straight fight. These loners, they could be hiding anywhere.
Hear you. Let's find him.
We'll see what's up. Go. Here, here!
That was a nice shot.
my 6.
Let's get this boy.
There you are!
Fuck these WLF.
It won't open! Find a way around!
Go! Go!
extra money, I saw this video of a guy talking about how much money he made on DoorDash. So I figured I'd give it a shot. And I'm so glad I did. Getting started is super easy. Thanks to DoorDash, I'm my own boss. I get to make my own schedule, have flexible hours, go where I want to go, and I get to keep 100% of my tips.
Okay, so a lot of people have seen a YouTube video which is about consent and tea. You've probably seen this. Tea and consent, actually. The Ames Valley Police, I guess the police department YouTube account, posted a video with 7 million views. Oh no, hold on. It's actually from Blue Seat Studios with 10 million. Okay, it seems like a lot of people have made this video. The point of the video is trying to illustrate the complexities of sexual consent with an analogy with like tea. So like if a person passes out, don't like pour the tea down their throats, right? You get it, okay. I feel like it's a fine video. However, I wanted to do what would you call it? Like a no bullshit video on consent, as I understand it. We're doing this open and live, so if I make a mistake, chat has the right to roast me. I want to talk about this in a way I feel like a lot of people aren't willing to. Because, like, well, when people ask you about consent, they say consent is easy. And, I mean, yeah. But it's also kind of complicated, right? You know? Because we know that saying yes means yes and no means no doesn't actually tell you that, right? That's tautological. Everyone gets that. We also know for a fact, I mean, hey, if you've seen any of the yes does not actually mean yes. And you know, this has happened at least once. Sometimes, you're going to have to forgive me here, this is a no bullshit consent video. Sometimes, people say no, but actually they're kind of giving elbow massage, you know what I mean? And the fact that that can happen often leads people to make really bad decisions. So let's talk about it, okay? We're going to build it from the ground up. No, not a joke. This is real. And this is important. Okay?
Done.
So, the beginning of understanding consent. And I want to be clear, by the way. We're talking about this. This is an all skill level conversation, all right? We're covering this from the ground to the top. So, no issues here. You know, you might be a virgin neat or a cool guy, or even a cool guy who's also a virgin neat. We're covering all bases, all right? So follow through with me. The beginning of understanding consent is understanding, respecting very basic reads on people, you know? I feel like oftentimes people have a lot of trouble understanding whether or not the people they're engaging with even want to spend time with them. You know, that's kind of the root of it, right? I mean, that is kind of like the heart of consent in a way. It's like, is the person even consenting, actively participating in any kind of engagement? I've talked before about how one of the best ways you can assess whether the person you're engaging with wants to talk with you is by asking questions and giving them outs. That's the biggest one, and we're going to keep coming back to this over and over and over again. When people have the option to do other things, it means that their choices are more sincere. If a person has no choice at all, but to do the thing you kind of want them to do anyway, you won't actually know whether or not they want to do that thing, right? So a lighthearted example then, with the imagined choice. Let's say you're having a conversation with somebody at a social event, like a party, even the workplace, it doesn't really matter. And you're kind of really getting into it. You're really talking about your interests, which just for the sake of deviating from the topics we normally go through, is you're really into I know for this chat, that's a long shot. You're into sports ball. Now I know, no, follow through. I know, you're okay. You know, like those kinds of balls. I know. But in this example, you are that. Okay. You're really talking it up. You're talking about throwing balls. You're talking about guys with broad shoulders. You're talking about you're having a great time, and you're talking to a cute waifish chick. Okay, let's pixie hair, bob cut, got some nice bangs, real cute. Your type. All right.
Now here's the issue, okay? You are spaghettiing a little bit, you know? Like, you're talking about your interest, and you're not even being that uninterested about it, but you're also kind of desperate to sort of propel yourself into the next interesting point. So you've been talking for a solid... That is a long enough minute. Now, you don't know what's going on in the mind of that young woman, but you can make some inferences. The best way to know whether or not she's okay with continuing your conversation is to make her feel like there isn't a consequence to her backing out of it. See, what often happens is that because people are kind of awkward, like just in general, like all of us, you know, the woman might be thinking, wow, he's really into this convo. How do I break out of this without hurting his feelings? I don't want to hurt his feelings, you know? He seems nice. I'm not enjoying this conversation at all, but I don't want to hurt his feelings. So she'll just continue to stand there, glassy-eyed, and smile at you. And in your head, you're thinking, I have no idea if she's enjoying this. I can't actually tell. And you, naive fool you are, you pause for a second, take a deep breath, and then you go, yeah? And she, not wanting to hurt your feelings, says, yeah. And then you continue talking, unaware of the fact that she is panicked, trying to not hurt your feelings, but she wants to get out of there, but you're thinking, oh, she said yeah, so yeah. The problem here is that she thinks she can't break out of this without hurting your feelings, and you need to work on your conversational skills because you're not giving her an out. Now, I've said this before. There are so many ways that you can make sure the other person is interested in the convo, and the best way to do so is to make her feel like you could give or take continuing the conversation. Like you're enjoying it, but hey, if you need to go, if you're busy, you need to do something, that's okay, I've got stuff to do as well. Something that I tend to do, like all the time, you've seen me do it on stream a million times, is if I've been talking for any length of time, I will sometimes say, oh, but I'm rambling. You've seen me do that? I do that just while talking to people on stream. This isn't even like a flirt or friend thing. This is just, I just do that. It's a conversational habit that I've developed. And the reason for that is because depending on the way the person I'm talking to reacts to that, I get a lot of info on how they feel. And you probably notice that when I stream conversations as well. So, for instance, if I say, oh, but I've been rambling, and the person I'm talking to goes, oh, no, you haven't, then they're probably fine with continuing the conversation. I mean, they seem pretty enthusiastic about denouncing my assessment that I've been rambling. But if they respond with, oh, it's okay, a little more reserved, then I think, okay, maybe they're more interested in backing out. And then I can respond to that with, oh, well, hey, it's been a wonderful, talk with you. Okay, I gotta go do something. If a person isn't interested in they can want to do too. I think in this case, the other side of the function, but it's not potentially overwhelming people with information. Sometimes people are very direct when they don't want to talk to you. Sometimes people are and you need to put a bit of effort into understanding how they really feel. You understand how this is important to consider?
There we go.
See, it's not just about the explicit yeses or the explicit nos. It's about being respectful enough of the person that you're engaging with to be able to bounce signals off of them, like a bat screeching into a cavern. You get the information as the sound reflects off the walls, right? You want to engage with them in a way where you get a read on them, but you don't want things to feel awkward by directly asking them, hey, are you enjoying the conversation? Now, don't get me wrong. It's not actually that bad to say that sometimes. I don't actually think it's always bad in a conversation to get like a very direct, hey, are you interested in this? Like if you're talking about a subject you're interested in, and you can look at them, you can say, oh, do you like any of this stuff? Is this for you, or? And then you tend to get a pretty straightforward answer. The key is just to always make them feel like they can always walk away, right? You know what I'm talking about, don't you? It's the ability to give others comfort. Because when they're comfortable, when they feel like they have options, the option they choose is the one they really want. They're not being pushed into anything. Whether they continue to talk to you, whether they decide that they don't want to anymore, whether they decide to switch the subject of conversation or whatever else, if they have options and they feel comfortable exercising them, the one they choose is an authentic representation of how they feel. So let's talk about sex, okay? So I'm going to, I hope we can skip the very, 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 very basics of sex and consent by saying stuff like, you know, if they tell you no, then you shouldn't have sex with them. I hope we can, let's build on this, okay? Let's work on this, all right? So sex, when it comes to consent, works the exact same as what I just described with conversations, except the stakes are a lot higher with regards to their potential investment. So this is a personal preference of mine. Not everyone feels this way, which is psychotic to me, but it's how I feel. For me, the biggest enjoyment with sex, and anything involving other people in an industry, is the knowledge that they, another conscious human being, are interested in doing it. Sex feels great, don't get me wrong. Blowjobs, lots of crazy stuff, you know, it feels great. However, the really cool part, in my mind, is the fact that there's like an interplay between willing participants. You know, for me, this is like a non-negotiable. I can't imagine enjoying sex if the person that I'm having sex with was not themselves enjoying it. At that point, I don't even know, like, hypothetically, I don't even know what I would be, like, that's, like, I don't even know what's there, really. Obviously, this is a pretty non-negotiable point. Even if you're into, like, say, rape roleplay, which is referred to as consensual non-consent, a terrible term, but nonetheless important to get down, you still have to secure the consensual part before you can get into any of the roleplay or, you know, engagement or whatever that involves the alleged lack of consent. So, with the consent part, yeah, we start with the basics, okay? I feel like people often struggle with the degree to which consent needs to be explicitly expressed, you know? And because it is known that consent is not always explicitly vocally expressed, sometimes people will read consent where it's not there. Generally speaking, the less you know someone, and the less you know sex, I guess, the more cautious you should be with like everything here. You know, like I know for a fact that when I was back in high school, you make jokes about consent checklists. Okay, absolutely. When I was 15 years old, are you okay with this? Are you okay with that? You might feel nerdy. That's okay. The head will still feel good anyway. You know, it may feel a bit dorky, but it's all right. It's okay to be a little careful. You know, you don't really know what you're doing. You're gonna have a great time anyway. Really not going to take away from it. I don't think. You want to be more explicit, more perceived ambiguity through this. Like, this is obvious. We know this, right? For example, if there's a girl who you kind of like, and you know you've been talking for a bit, you can't go up and slap her ass. You shouldn't do that. It's bad. However, if you have a girlfriend who you have been deep-sticking for 4 years, and you live with her, and it is 10 a.m., and you're both in the kitchen, and she's making breakfast, you might be able to slap her ass. Check with her, but, you know, a lot more leeway in that situation. Obviously, familiarity there constructs a mutual expectation casually behavior. So, only if they've indicated they're okay with it. Presumably, that would have been indicated sometime very early in the relationship. So, since the familiarity with the other person is like a really important part of knowing where the boundaries are, it's reasonable to assume then that people most struggle with issues of consent with people they haven't had sex with before. I think that's a reasonable assumption. Sometimes people will go ahead and rape people they've already been having consensual sex with, and the people who do that, that's bad. We shouldn't do that. But let's start with the new part, right? Okay? However you end up wooing this individual, and I'm not here to talk to you about how to flirt or whatever, okay? You have to understand that when, especially if this is the first time you've had sex, so much of how you proceed and how you feel is going to And when it comes to issues with consent, we're working with a lot of social baggage. For example, and I'm not sure about this applies to varying extents to literally everyone's lives. Archetypes. Often, women are kind of raised with the expectation that they be pure and gentle. You know, like the idea that women casually sleep with bad things or behavior, flirtation, easy, blah, blah, blah. And on the other side of that, guys have both a social expectation to be sexually successful in the sense that they, fuck a lot of people or whatever. Doesn't affect all men, but it tends to influence their behavior quite a lot. And they're told that they have to work through the sexual gatekeeping that women put up. They have to, trick or beguile women to have sex. This is a really, 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 really common standard. It's essentially, universal, almost.
Motherfucker.
This is all over the place. And a lot of people think it's just some red pill shit, but it's not. The idea that men have to work for the sex and women are the ones who have to be impressed to give it out, that is a really common idea. I mean, this is present even with progressive people who have done a lot of work to undo or challenge some social standards. They might often, if they were being introspective, reflect on their behavior and recognize that, even introspectively, I am replicating some of these social standards. I'm recreating them with my own justifications. So, for example, a more conservative woman might play hard to get because she feels as though her being easy is morally wrong and she doesn't want to be a whore. But a progressive, hip and happening feminist lady might play hard to get because she feels like having sex with men too easily sets bad expectations for them and makes it seem.
All right, we are now recording, and oh, look, I was on somebody else's podcast, and they had the same Now Recording bot that Now Recording has. I was like, wait a minute, am I on the right podcast? What is going on here? I was totally thrown off. Oh, my God.
Do you know what's funny is I started playing a Now Recording episode once when I was on call with, my boyfriend, and, it started off with, Now Recording, and he was like, what? And no, I'm not recording you. I'm just watching a show, and then I had to trim it and go back and put it on. I'm like, this is not weird.
Honey, I'm really not recording you. I promise. This is the name of the show and the bot they use. Okay.
Boy, Mike, Mike.
He's actually Canadian, so.
Blacks.
Now we know.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the third episode of the broadcast. I am Mystic, and with me we have Miss Zally Star.
Hey.
And then we also have Miss Eva.
Hello.
And today is a very special day, because today we have our first inaugural guest of the broadcast, Mr. Matt Pitt.
Hello, how's it going?
It's going good. How you doing, brother?
I'm chilling. Just ready to talk to this lovely lady.
My half the table.
Motherfucker, this part is weird.
Podcast. Let's go.
Except I didn't cheat, Ziley, so.
Okay. All right. I see what you did there, sir.
I was just going to ask how everybody's years were starting out and how crazy it's starting out for everybody here in this community builder.
My year, I have to admit, my year, day one, January 1st of 2023, started out fantastic. My live stream made me feel so much better, and I felt like weight was lifted off my shoulders because I got everything out.
It looks like you were thriving on that stream. I think there was a certain tone in your voice I said it to you before where you get so mad that your voice you actually start going what did you sound, girl? You're my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, Valley
Fuck the
Girl.
dogs in this
Your
game,
voice
I
is
guess.
Valley Girl. It's so
They're annoying already.
Comedy, y'all. All for the comedy. My best friend told me, she goes, you know, the madder you get, you do sound more white. The madder you get, you sound like a
Right.
Valley girl. And I was like, yeah, probably so. Yeah.
It's kind of like Tommy. When Tommy's mad, he's at his best. When Sally's mad, she's at her best. You know?
Yeah, I see similarities between Tommy and Sally.
That's why when Tommy was shitting on Connor, and I was like, that doesn't really make sense to me, but I'm not gonna like try to correct it because he's mad at this guy, so let's make content. You know?
That's how cranky old people get, though.
Yeah.
We start just living and breathing in our anger, and we thrive in our anger. And once we hit a certain point, let's go. Let's go because we don't care anymore. Let's go.
Yeah.
You said the fight is on. I got napalm in one hand, a grenade in the other.
Yes.
Choose your way.
Yes.
Jesus.
Right. So we are officially saying his name now, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. There's no way things we're not having to not say anymore.
Salvo Pancakes is a piece of shit. Yes.
Backstory of everybody. We did like a session 0 if y'all play D&D. We did basically a session 0 of the podcast. Where it's like, okay, what are we going to talk about? What are we not going to talk about? Let's establish boundaries. And she immediately said, Salvo motherfucker Pancakes. I'm not talking about that dude ever. How the turns have tabled within 3 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, here we are. Right.
Yep, it's true though.
It was very surreal just seeing everything like twist on top of itself. One day he's on top with his community, and the next thing you know, the community has turned on him, and he's being accused of making women drink piss and cheating on his wife, which I figured, and many other things. It was fun. It was fun to watch. Salvo, he's a very admirable man. Dealt with this very well, you know.
Yeah, very well. This just dropped like literally 8 minutes ago. Hold on, look at this selfie he just posted on Twitter, and tell me that's not a man that's losing everything right now.
It's a selfie.
Look at Jennifer.
Oh, he's going the Onision route. Lovely. Because didn't like Onision literally like just start posting like video after video and selfie after selfie, like as soon as I leave. Yeah, that's.
His hair looks great. Remember when he first came, his hairline was like really leaving.
Yeah.
Like, you know, his hair looks
He's saying his hair looks good in that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It also looks like he's got like what's going on with his lips? Is this a filter?
It looks like he got filler.
It looks like he sucked on one of those bottles. You know that craze where people were sucking on bottles and then it would make their lips gum? That's exactly what it looks like. Yeah.
The guy with cheddar motherfucking lip tint.
I don't know. For me, what made me change my mind is, okay, so I was on that thing, I was on that kick where I wasn't going to talk about him ever. Because my whole point was I was going to starve him from content. If I didn't talk about him, he had nothing to talk about me on. Well, we figured out that wasn't true. And, I hit a point where when all that stuff came out on him and I saw Clara making himself out to be a victim and woe is me, it just clicked something inside me going, there is no way I'm going to let you act like a victim. There is no way when you were part of the harassment. And I just decided, you know what? That's it. I'm going to speak my truth. And I did.
As you should. I understand the hesitation that you guys had at the beginning. Like, it makes sense. Don't give him any attention. He's going down his spiral, his little rabbit hole, or going down into a hole and hopefully never coming out, right? Just leave him be, let him dig his own grave. But then it's like, no, you guys needed, like, your own, like, little retribution.
Yeah.
I feel like y'all needed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Like, I don't blame you guys for doing it. I mean, people are saying, like, oh, yeah, they waited for Salvo to get buried and they're gonna fucking put the dirt on him. But at the same time, like, you know, Salvo gave it to you a lot, so why not give it back? You said you weren't gonna talk to him, talk about him, but I mean, fucking be a vulture, you know? Fucking just he's dying on the ground. Fucking take a bite out of his ear.
Yeah, exactly. And honestly, that's the see. If you look at my live stream, it really wasn't like there was no way I could talk about the S&T without talking about Salvo. You know what I mean? There's no way. It's Salvo News Team. Hello, but it was more centered around them and Edwin than it was Salvo. Because he did what he did, but you know what? He couldn't have done what he did without them. Because they were also the ones giving me the hell that I got. They were the ones brigading my chats with the pancakes, with the barking, and all that other stuff. So you know what? I need to tell them. I need to tell them how I felt and how it was full of shit what they did. Now you're trying to act like a victim? Fuck off. Fuck off.
Are you enjoying that it's complete disarray with them? Like there's people. It's like a civil war within the news team. You know, there's C.J. Brown and Parking Tigers were fighting. People have split off. Aloe Piss just came forward and said she was manipulated into telling her story and that she didn't want to do it. So
and now Clara's thirsting over Parking Tiger's dogs. So it's kind of all.
I am loving every second of it. I'm loving it. They're eating each other alive. I love it.
The cult leader has gotten arrested, and now they are feeding on each other.
Yes.
They do not know what to do. They're lost.
Yep.
It's so wild just to see it disintegrate.
But look how. But the funny thing is look how they're acting without Salvo there, and now they're eating each other alive. So that tells you what their friendship was based off of anyway. There weren't real friendships there. Their friendships were based off of fucking over other people.
Yeah, about what anybody else thought about them.
Yeah. There wasn't a real friendship with any of them there. It was all based on...
Motherfucker! I swear if I have to start the fucking beginning now because of that motherfucker, I swear to fucking Christ, game.
I love every
Thank
second.
God.
I think Sal
Holy
would do that.
fuck.
Like, I think he was definitely taking advantage of the situation, the parasocial atmosphere of these people willing to do his bidding. But he knew that.
Yeah.
So.
I even told him one time.
That's bullshit.
That's not how your audience is, dude. Your audience is taking you for real. And he would literally tell me, I don't care what my audience thinks.
Sal was just trying to do crazy shit, and he's gonna take people along with the ride if he wants to. And
and I think that's the whole thing, like behind all that crazy shit that happened as well. Is like the crazier that it is, like less likely anyone's going to move forward with it because who's going to believe that? And I think that's where he had that to begin with, and all of a sudden, like they all started talking, and then they realized that all this crazy shit that they were doing, people were doing crazier shit, and it was all because he wanted that power over them. And I think that if he could get them to do whatever he wanted, that then that's theirs. And, if they came out with anything, then all their shit would come to light too. So he had no problem with that.
I'll say it before and I'll say it again. He's a cult of personality. Period. Mm-hmm. And when cults dissolve, typically it's because they find out, like the members start to find out either what our leader is doing is actually bad. They come to a realization, or they start realizing he doesn't actually love any of us, and this person or this thing about this guy and this whatever, and it starts all coming together, and it's like, oh, we have to disband now because nothing of what we thought was real.
Yeah, I never saw a streamer or commentary channel under 10K get this crazy though. With all this stuff, with the fan base and all this, like I've never seen that happen before. His cult following was wild, and the attention he's gotten has been pretty wild. Like I wouldn't be surprised if like Moist Critical or someone like that just picked the story up and started talking about it. Wouldn't be surprised if a commentary channel like made a video 6 months from now and it was a banger,
Yeah. Not even give us 6 months, to be honest. And also, like, even with the most critical stuff, of course, it's going to cover this because it's covered Silver before when he did something about Deaf Noodles, and it's going to come to light on a bigger platform. It's going to get a lot bigger than what it is right now. This is just the beginning.
But Matt makes a really good point, because someone under 10K like that, I mean, honestly, the way people talk about him and the way people feared his cult following, because believe me, I was one of them at first, because of how they used to brigade my chats and literally run off regular viewers of mine. You would think he had 100K.
I think the issue is the commentary community got smaller, and so people with smaller sub counts and concurrent viewers were able to make dents way bigger than they would have been able to do in 2019 or so.
Yeah, totally. I mean, if Keemstar can say that Xylee, Tipster, Tommy, Augie, all people with like under like 100,000, hell, even like under like I don't know, I'll say under 100,000 or just above, are big figures in the community. You could that definitely shows the way that this community has gotten, where the people who are like over a mil are no longer one of us, basically.
That's how I was always told. That's how the commentary community. Okay, I was told that that's part of the reason why the commentary community died, because the old heads, they pretty much left. When they reached a certain plateau, they pretty much left. That's what I got.
Everyone in first wave commentary is doing something else now.
Yeah. But you get to the point where, like, you're growing, but the content you're covering is smaller than you. So you're thinking, well, I can't cover... Yeah, I'm punching down. I'm punching way down. Like, I don't give a fuck if you punch down, but, like, it probably just, probably bothers you to punch so down where people are watching you like, who the fuck are these people? So eventually, I guess they start covering, like, movies, bad movies and stuff like Elvis the Alien and all those guys.
Right.
Leon Lush, those guys. Wavy Web Surf was a commentary channel for a while. Like, he covered drama content. He was pretty notorious in the community as being a commentary channel, and then he started doing other stuff, got picked in the algorithm, and now he's massive. But he's like one of the only guys that really still, I wouldn't say he's stuck around, but he watches and he's chill behind the scenes. He just won't come on shows because, like, he doesn't want to deal with that shit.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I don't blame him. Yeah,
I don't blame him either. I like Wavy. Wavy's pretty cool.
Yeah, because, like, Tommy would see guys. Has always been in that position where you get this 1K sub guy who starts hanging around, and all of a sudden they just take off, and all of a sudden they're at 100K, 200K, and then they're gone. You know, so he would see guys grow, like, past him, way past him. And Wavy Webster was one of those guys who grew past him, but still stuck around. And that's why he's probably one of the cooler guys in the community.
Yeah, like, even still, like, you don't usually see him much in, like, the group chats, but you still see him hanging around, like the commentary, like, people at VidCons and shit, too. Like, he's still cool with everybody, even the new people.
Yeah, you'll see him like a tweet or something that involves it, too, or, like, you'll see he keeps up. He watches.
Yeah.
Like, he's still a fan of Sharp on the Point.
What's an SFTP guy always listen to?
I want to know what the big guys are, like, what they thought about Salvo, if they caught up with Salvo, if they know what's going on with this guy. Because it's been such an interesting story to see him fill. Because you got a guy who's very small, everyone kind of thought he was just who was just doing, clout grabs, going after you, saying dumb shit. Tommy told him to fuck off. Everyone was kind of just like, this guy's a spurt. And then all of a sudden we realize he's really entertaining and he's really funny, and you see videos of him like hanging out with Jake Paul, and he had a video with 100K, and he got featured on Death Noodles, and you're thinking, oh, so this guy's been around for a while, and then all of a sudden he starts covering art stuff, and next thing you know, Flamenco thing happens, and it's just like this massive W that skyrockets him to the point where, like, someone like an AC who tried to troll him got fucked.
Yeah.
And then the Death Noodles thing happened, and that was like into the story, because that's when everyone's like, oh, this guy's willing to go places to fuck with people. We've never seen that before in the comic book. This guy is going to be training, and everyone was like in his corner, and then it turned like he lost his monetization, fireball. He got kind of wrapped up in the SNT, and now we're here.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, I'm gonna be honest, the shocking fact that his rise and fall all happened in under a year is insane to me.
You're right about that, actually.
Like, how does that... You have to have the most, like, fucking luck in the fucking world to just, like, rise that high and then lose it all in, like, a span of, like, what? How long has he been around? 7 months?
I mean, like, he started, like, coming around this time last year a little bit on Twitter, maybe, but it was really March when people started noticing who he was. So, yeah, so...
That's kind of out panicked behavior. Like, no joke. Like, it's obviously he's got, like, you know, some sort of sexual addiction. He did say that he had, like, a drug addiction, but we're not quite sure if it's still a thing. So it's kind of like, you know, all those things kind of add up to, you know, a lot of stuff that's happened.
It's self-sabotage.
Yeah, exactly. You get to that point where you do self-sabotage. You get to, like, you do build yourself up, and you've got a big ego and you've got a big head about yourself, and then, you fuck it up for yourself as well.
Like, he told me he knew that texting these girls were going to come back and bite him, but he did it anyway.
Yeah.
So,
and that's why he did it so hard and fast, right?
Yeah.
He knew, like, well, might as well try and get away as much as possible right now before I get caught.
Right.
Yeah. True. I think I'm going to be honest, and I'll go ahead and start the conversation. All right, I'll be the one to do it. I think the biggest disappointment of all of it, though, for me personally, was Edwin.
What, homie? No.
Yeah. Because my biggest, listen, and Matt can tell you this, I was not feeling good about Edwin going over to Salvo's side after all his friends were being harassed by Salvo.
You were with us when we had a conversation with you, right, Xylee? Me, you, and Edwin, and I think maybe Boblax was there. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I was explaining how, look, you know, Salvo's funny. He's just doing the jokes. He's gonna take it as far as he wants to. You know, try not to freak out. Try not to give him content. And, you know, Edwin kind of agreed with me. I didn't realize that Edwin was going to go be his best friend.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't know Edwin was going to be by his side. And that's when things got a little weird, because he was almost complimenting Salvo. And it was weird to see the guy who was known as the person who did videos on, like, very serious things, all of a sudden, like, take this twist where he's now the sidekick of Salvo Pancakes, and he's, you know, repeating his talking points, doing the same jokes, making very, you know, edgy jokes towards like Tipster and you and all this stuff. It was interesting to see that happen.
It was interesting to live through it too. It was like, whoa, Edwin, what the hell happened? And you're wondering why. And then he was always complaining that people were saying I'm changing. You have literally changed. I have a video where you have literally changed. You went from, and I still believe it. I changed my mind during that SSD stream I did. But you know what? I'm going back to it. I still believe he did what he did to save his own face. Because I think he was worried about Salvo coming after him, because he went after everybody who surrounded him.
Yeah, I tended to think that because Edwin was very edgy back in the past. He had this stuff with Sear, he did skits, and I think Salvo kind of brought that back out of him, and he probably had a sense of creativity that he hadn't had for a while, and he was dealing with an audience that wasn't as vicious as Edwin's audience prior. I know that Salvo's audience is very vicious, but in like the social justice sense, you know?
Right.
So
I think that he got secondhand ego.
Right.
A little bit, to be honest. And I think, like, you know, becoming single during that point as well didn't really help him. But I don't know what to say about him.
It was just one thing after another. I noticed he would do this. Did you ever do this on shows before, where he would do the pod like this? Did you ever notice that back in like 2020 or 2019 or?
See, I wasn't, like, he didn't do streams back then. So, it was like he wasn't streaming as much. So, like, I kind of become more involved with the server about 2 years ago. I was around 3 years ago, 4 years ago when I was watching these videos, but I wasn't like in the community as much. So, like, when I became mod and sort of, you know, and then, you know, he got invited me on to start doing live streams with him and stuff like that. The ones that I was on, kind of, you know, I do see him do little slight sort of, you know, remarks, have a little smirk, and then like try and stir things up. And like, yeah, you know, that's kind of what he kind of did.
Yeah.
You know, but it was never like in a malicious way, I thought.
I started noticing him take kind of he would start to like twist things a lot with when AC came on and guys like that. I noticed him very much so stirring the pot with people, trying to create drama. And I got no issue with that. If I'm being honest with you, I do that myself sometimes on that.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And stuff. But it's all in good fun. Like, I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings. I'm not trying to make anyone cry or anything like that. And I don't know if Edwin was trying to do that or not, but it was definitely a new character trait that I had never seen before. So I was wondering if like that just popped out of nowhere, or is that always?
Well, that's something that I didn't notice, to be honest. Like, is when I did see, I was this year, and I watched streams where everyone was live with Salvo. Like, I'd watch Ready streams of it, or like, you know, like rewatch it or whatever. I was never really live when I was available to watch him. So I was seeing stuff like after things happened and all that sort of thing, usually. And the clips of the streams that I saw were like with the Roblox stuff, and then he's like bringing up like Mario Sunshine sound in the background while he's just like, just all of that stuff clipped together plus that on top just seemed really.
Alright guys, that's going to be the stream for tonight. Thanks for joining if you did. And yeah, you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. And I'll catch you guys next time with more content. I'm honestly liking The Last of Us 2, and I didn't think I would, so that's pretty neat. But at any rate, yeah, you guys have a great night.